What's up? Good afternoon, everybody. So, I'm just gonna jump right into this. I used to do like fitness type vlogs, whatever. Kind of started out, didn't really get into it. And then I was like, you know what? It's time to get serious. It's time to really start this adventure. And I've been wanting to do this for a really long time. And just trying to find content that I would think people will want to relate to, or to even listen to, or just watch, let alone. But I'm just doing this for me. I'm doing this to get my voice out there, to be heard by people that might relate in situations that I've encountered in my life. And for me, I've learned that heartbreak, losses, trials, tribulations, everybody goes through them, and it's all about how you deal with it within yourself to make yourself live and be happy. And sorry, somebody's driving by my house. I just want to do this so I have my own voice out there, and if there's anybody out there that's really struggling or really going through it, to know that it's okay. You're not alone. Everybody goes through it. Everybody's situation is different. Everybody deals with things on their own. And for me, I've been going through it for years, and I personally can't complain, because at the end of the day, only I can make myself happy, and it's how I react to my life, and how I deal with my life in my situation. So I am very faith-based, but I'm not in a church. But I am very faith-based within myself because of the way that I was raised by my father. I'm like every other family, extremely dysfunctional, like, capitalize the dysfunctional part. I am the black sheep of my family to the fullest point, and all my brothers and my sister all think they're the black sheep, but none of us are alike. Like, I am very cultured and very urban compared to their conservative, moral, Christian lifestyle. And so, I'll just start this off with, I got pregnant at 18 out of wedlock my senior year of high school, and I had a Fulbright scholarship for softball, and found out I was pregnant 3 months before I graduated high school. Yay! I have a beautiful 7-year-old blessing now. His father and I did get married right out of high school, and military life is what we chose, and we did it for all the wrong reasons. We got married because our parents told us we needed to. That went well. That went great. We are now divorced, and it was a terrible domestic marriage and a terrible domestic divorce, and lots of lying, cheating, screaming, fighting, abuse, lots of abuse. Yeah, it wasn't great at all, and at such a young age, that's extremely detrimental and traumatizing to someone, and especially with the kid involved, and being around all of that negativity is not okay. And so we lived in Washington at this time, away from all our family. We're Texas based, and I was going through it alone in Washington, and I dealt with depression and anxiety, and I went through postpartum depression because I was so young, and I was battling constantly to find happiness and self-worth, and trying to please a man that I knew I would never be good enough for. And always being told you're not good enough for me was probably the most destroying feeling to ever have, you know. And so I got out of my marriage. I left in 2014. We got married in 2011, and I left him in 2014 with our son, and came back to Texas, and him and my son had a great relationship. That was never going to be an issue. I don't believe in keeping a kid away from his parent. But we moved back to Texas, and life just kept hitting. Like, when I tell y'all, when you go through a storm, your storm's not going to stop until you find yourself and what makes your life go. And so my storm continued when I moved back to Texas. My father has always been ill since I was a baby, and he's also been very shady, and I didn't start learning things until I was a grown-up, or at least old enough to understand what life was really about. And so came back home in April of 2014, and not too much longer, my father was sent to prison for an 8-year term, and he only served 14 months out of the 8 years that he was sentenced to, and he was released due to medical conditions. Basically, he was on his deathbed, and they released him because they didn't want him to die in prison. So he was released, and he had died in November of 2016 from a congestive heart failure, triple heart attack. Yeah, life, man. And my father, I'm his only daughter. I was a daddy's girl, and I still love my father to this day, despite all his demons and everything I found out after he died, and everything he put my family through. And it's hard to lose a parent at the age of 25, especially when you do need your dad. And I'm still going through it, still grieving through it. It's only been a year, and for me, my dad was kind of like an outlet. I can talk to him, and he would voice his opinion and tell me, well, Ash, they're your decisions, but you need to understand what your consequences are going to be. And so I'm learning that now, though, now that he's not here. You know, as a kid, you don't want to listen to your parents, but some of the stuff he did tell me and teach me were valid, and I'm starting to understand them more and more the older that I get and the more wisdom that I receive. And he's always been very God strong, and always put faith inside of us and told us, you need to pray, you need to go to God about this. And as you can see, I have faith, Christian fish, I have God within, Psalms 46:5. He's always embedded that into our lives. And him passing away, I found peace because he wasn't sick anymore. But I do need my daddy, and it sucks. And since he passed away, my relationship with my siblings, it just kind of died out. My relationship with my mother is not that great either, and I still struggle. So I still struggle every day because I have a family, but I don't. Because of that, I have trust issues, and I struggle to love. I struggle to allow people to know what's going on within my life. It's just a everyday battle, and I yearn for that family atmosphere. I yearn to have a relationship with my siblings, but because my siblings and I are so different, all we do is argue back and forth. Because I'm that type of person that I'm not going to talk about my issues on your time. If there's something that I feel like I need to express to you that I'm going through, I'm going to do it when I'm ready. And my family is very like, you need counseling, you need this, you need to talk about what's going on with you, you're depressed, you're that. And I can honestly say, I'm not depressed. I'm happy with myself. And my ex-husband took all of my happiness from me, and he took all of my self-worth. He took all of my confidence from me. And it took me a long time to tell myself, you're beautiful. You deserve better. You deserve to be happy. You deserve love. You deserve everything in this world, and there's nobody out there that's going to do that but me. And I was overweight because I was depressed, and I just thought I was the ugliest thing. I couldn't look in a mirror because I was disgusted with, sorry, my camera's not focusing, with the way that I looked. And so I decided, you know what, it's time to get back into the gym, and it's time to start being focused on you and your happiness. And so I decided to lose weight, and I lost 57 pounds, and I'm very happy. I'm not where I'm at yet, where I want to be. I still want to lose about 25 more pounds just to be in that amazing place of happiness. But I found my outlet in the gym, and I found that's where I feel confident and happy and healthy and just free from life, free from the BS of life. And I met people in the gym. I've gone through situations, through fitness, and fitness has brought a lot of happiness to me. I grew up playing softball. That was my life. I woke up every day, practiced, went to school, practiced, had tournaments every weekend. Like, softball was embedded into, that was my every bit of breathing besides my son, and it still is to this day. Like, that is my ultimate goal and my ultimate reason to work, is so I can have my own softball complex and live my life happy. But for me, after my father passed away, it's only been a year, and I'm just realizing, like, damn, like, life needs to stop. Just let me breathe for a second. I just need to breathe, and I need to open my eyes and just have my life without worrying what's next. What bad thing is going to happen next that I have to rebuild from. And you know, during your storms, you always look for someone to help you get through, and you come across encounters with different relationships or different situations or different friendships that, oh, this is good for me, oh, this is healthy for me, oh, this isn't healthy for me, you know. And for me, thankfully, I've had certain friendships and encounters with certain people that has taught me how to find worth within myself and know that I am worthy and I am beautiful, and there is someone out there for me. Because that was a big situation for me after I got divorced. I was like, nobody's gonna want a single mom with a kid that's fat and unattractive. And I started to lose weight, and I was very happy, and men started noticing me, and I started hanging out with a few, but I'm still single, by choice, you know. Your time comes when it's right, and you can't rush into anything. You just gotta go with the flow of who and where you're happy with. And so, for me though, it's just nonstop. So after Dad dies, I have now been going through custody situation with my son's father, and my son now lives with his dad after me having him all to myself for 6.5 years. He had, over the summer, ended up being with his father, and he now lives with his father full time, and I only get him on every other weekend and every other holiday, which is a huge emotional transition for me as a mother, a single mother that's had her baby, and it's just been me and my baby, you know. That was my reason that I woke up, my motivation to do best for my life, and my motivation for everything that involved me. And so it's just, I'm still transitioning, honestly. Every time I get to go pick him up, I don't want to take him back to his dad's, and he has such a great relationship with his father. It's very hard for me because I want him to know love from both sides and know that his daddy loves him and he's in his dad's life, because not a lot of kids have their dads either, you know. I don't have my dad because he died. So that's where I'm very big on, okay, I get it, his dad needs him too, but as a mommy, every kid needs their mom. And I'm just selfishly thinking right now, when I know in the long run my baby is always going to know mommy loves him and mommy's always going to be there for him. But man, this has been the hardest trial. And a lot of people ask, how do you do it? Like, you have so much going on. How do you manage to live your life and be happy? And for me, it's just moment by moment. You just got to go with the flow. Every hit that you get, you just have to, okay, God. That's what I tell myself. Okay, God, what's the lesson out of this? Help me open my eyes to see what your intentions behind this is, or how am I supposed to learn this? Guide me this way to the reason why this is happening. Because nobody should live off of a heartbreak or of a loss or broken. Nobody should live broken either. It's all about how you react and how you handle every situation that is brought your way. And for me, it's just like, I know God is there, and I know God is going to get me through, and God would never allow me to get to a position to where I'm helpless. And even though I don't have a great family support, I mean, they're there, but I don't have that relationship. Even though I don't have somebody to just rely on stably in my own life, like a boyfriend or a husband or anything, I rely on myself. And becoming an independent person like that, I mean, it's got its pros and its cons, because when you do get into a relationship, you have to let walls down that you built within yourself to trust and to allow someone in to that after you've been completely destroyed by somebody else, you know. But I'm just on here to let y'all know that life is hard and we're not here for things to be easy. We all have to work. We all have to go through situations that hurt and are hard to deal with and are stressful and that make you angry and mad. But if you can find that happiness within yourself and try to stay positive, as hard as your situation is, it makes it easier for you to live happy and to be free and to know yourself and know your worth and know, hey, guess what? There's better to come. And when that better comes, you're going to feel so blessed. And you're going to feel so happy that you didn't let that negative situation that you encountered control you as a person in your life. And so I just hope whoever and whatever you're going through, you can just really fight within yourself to be like, okay, I could do this. I could get through this because I am me and I deserve to be happy and free. So I just wanted to do that, give a quick story time that it's okay, life is okay, and the ultimate goal is your happiness, and only you can find that. So I hope you'll have a great Monday, and I'll see y'all soon.